What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Tyler S. Clark, and welcome to today's edition of Free Tool Friday. Not covering necessarily a specific tool today, but a very common problem that entrepreneurial accountants experience, which is overcoming pricing objections. We asked a question inside of this community, Proactive Facebook's group, and Proactive Accountants Facebook group, and we said, well, about pricing, what's the biggest one? Overcoming pricing objections. So we said, hey, you know what? Let's bring this to you right here, right now, and help you to understand how to do this as efficiently and as effectively as possible. So what I'd love you to do is, if you have any other questions about pricing, drop them in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to get to them after today's presentation and make sure I address you and your specific situation. So let's talk a little bit about the psychology of pricing. Let's talk a little bit about why objections happen in the first place. And then I'm going to tell you essentially the three major reasons that objections happen and how you can overcome them. Sound like a plan? Cool. Hashtag FTF in the comments and let us begin. Pricing psychology, your value, being able to understand how your value and your pricing are not separate. They're actually the same thing. Now that might sound a little strange, but the way I like to think about it is the better that you can help express and explain what your tangible value is, we're gonna get to that in a second, and how that relates back to the investment associated with accessing that value, all of a sudden, they're one and the same thing. And so let me simplify that for you. People use the word value to almost a sickening degree at this point. Like it's almost like the new paradigm shift. I feel like a couple business majors learned about the word value and they just can't shut up about it anymore. But value is literally a synonym for results, in my opinion. Your value is the tangible results that you can deliver back to somebody when they're willing to make an investment in your firm and your services. I say that a lot, but I think it's always worth repeating. Value is a synonym for results, okay? So when you think about the fact that your results and your pricing are uniquely tied together, you literally can't separate them. The question is, what is the result? If I take the money out of my pocket and I give it to you, how articulately can you explain what comes back to me in the form of the result, the value of your service? How well can you do that? Because here's the funny thing about pricing objections. Pricing objections only are necessary to overcome if you have crushed the rest of the presentation, because objections come up at the end. And the only reason an objection is realistically brought up is because you maybe glossed over something, didn't explain something appropriately, didn't make sure that they understood what you explained during your presentation, or maybe you didn't take enough time to really get into the probe. I look at pricing objections as they did not properly understand the tangible return associated with the investment. That means that something happened before that even becomes necessary, right? And so what I want to do is I want to spend a little bit of time addressing why pricing objections happen, even if you crush this part. Like even if you just absolutely nail your probe, you nail your presentation, there's normally three major issues that will cause there to be an objection that you may not even be able to overcome it, no matter how good your response is, no matter how well timed it is, no matter how topical. There are three things that sometimes it doesn't matter. So I want to address those because I think that really helps shed some light on whether or not you're wasting your most precious resource, your time, when it comes to trying to overcome pricing objections, when in reality, maybe you were just trying to sell them the wrong thing. And the way I like to try and discuss this is, you ever try and take a square peg and put it into a round hole, and you're just like, why? It doesn't, oh, wait a minute. I just need to get the right thing into here. And then all of a sudden it's perfect, right? It's just like, that is exactly what fits into this. And so I bring this up because if you're trying to take someone who realistically does not need what you offer, but you did not take the time to pre-qualify them before they even got onto the phone, acuity, good asking good questions, you're just wasting your time and you're wasting their time. And if you actually just met them with where they are and offered them the right thing, right? Like the right thing as opposed to the wrong thing, well, the pricing objection doesn't matter anymore, because if you try and say, well, oh, listen, you're not doing six figures in business, but my services are $1,000 a month. Is someone ever going to pay over 10% of their annual revenue pre-tax, right? Like just revenue into accounting, bookkeeping, and tax? No, that's literally the wrong thing for them at that time. Doesn't mean there isn't something that you could sell them or a strategic relationship that you could place them into, but you have to understand that before you just, like, if you just have this narrow mind, like I'm selling this one thing and it's only this price, you will always face unsurmountable pricing objections because it's fundamentally the wrong thing, okay? Now, that brings me to the third thing, or the second thing here, right? Let's say you're selling the right thing, okay? It's the right thing to the wrong person. You've got the perfect offer. You know that it is what is needed in this particular situation, but you're dealing with a non-dream prospective client. You're dealing with the wrong person. You're dealing with your price shoppers. You're dealing with your can you do it cheap? You're dealing with you're dealing with your why isn't this hourly? You're dealing with the wrong type of person. Okay. Now you could have the right thing and the wrong person. Okay. That happens. You could have the perfect offer. You could do everything perfect and they're just the wrong person. But sometimes it's hard to know that until you've had the chance to just go through the process, go through the sales process with them. And then at the end of it, you just realize, there were some signs that were very clear at the end of this that indicated to me that they're the wrong person. Don't just forget those. Remember what they are so that you can start to identify them earlier and stop wasting your time on those people. Because every time you waste time on them, it takes away from the time of pursuing and working with and selling to the right type of person. Okay. But let's say even for instance that you don't have the wrong thing. Okay. You don't have the wrong person. You've got the right person. You've got the right thing. But what if it's at just the wrong time? Time is one of the harder parts in the sales process because there's always reasons to delay. And sometimes a pricing objection is more of a time objection hidden in disguise, right? Time and money, they're really inseparable. So many people are willing to make investments in accounting, bookkeeping, and tax. But if you're discussing the wrong timing with them, or they're not in the right time in their life where they can fully understand that investment, it's about helping them to understand and see why now is more important than ever before. But even still, even if you do a fantastic job at that, and I'm going to explain a little bit about how we can approach each of these in a minute here. Even still, if it's simply just the wrong time for that person, and this kind of goes back to even selling the right thing, like if you want to make sure that you hit all three of these, meet the person where they are in their current business life cycle. And I bring this up because a lot of people go, oh, you can only work with $1,000 per month clients. And sure, maybe it's possible, but nobody really starts there, okay? And they have incomplete business models because most businesses grow with their accounting relationship. They don't just jump ship unless there's a reason to jump ship. So I bring this up because if you just understand that the reason pricing objections come up is because wrong thing, wrong person, wrong time, usually it's not your fault. Okay. It's just like you have to understand that there are transient situations that will require you to game plan a little differently, to pay attention, to analyze why they didn't buy, and then ultimately adapt for the next time through. But let's actually say that, let's say all these things lined up. You said, you know what, Tyler, to hell with what you're saying right now. I had the right person. I knew they needed it, and it was the perfect. I mean, we're getting to the fourth quarter. How could it not be the right time? There's COVID. How could you not value the accounting, bookkeeping, and tax relationships of the world right now? Tyler, I call nonsense. I had legitimate pricing objections. What is it that I should have done differently? Well, it is case by case, of course. But here's my general response. If someone goes, I don't know, that's kind of maybe they might say it's a little expensive, or wow, really? Like, it comes back to being able to ask a great question that helps them to understand the return on investment, right? If you just say, well, of course I'm worth this, I'm gonna say, not in my opinion, you're not. You might say, well, tell me, why do you feel that it's an expensive investment? Make sure if they ever say price, cost, quote, fee, the F word. No F words, ladies and gentlemen. No, we don't use the F word. Don't say the F word, okay? The investment in our service, why do you feel that it's expensive? Because when we look at the return that it generates, when we think about the tangible thing that comes back to you, looks like a steal to me. So help me understand it from your point of view. Okay, so again, overcoming an objection is always about asking a question that puts the onus back on them to say, well, when you say return, I don't see it. And it goes, hey, look, I understand. Let me maybe explain it again. What specifically did you not really understand that would come along with the return, right? What was it? Was it the bookkeeping side of things? Well, let me tell you about client X, who reminds me a lot of where you are, had a very similar understanding, okay, to our pricing. And they didn't quite see it, but they gave us a chance. And what ended up happening was the result. So that one result alone is worth it. And you know what's actually cool about this? Is I can't even believe I have this right now. I can't even believe I'm going to share this with you guys. So this is a closing sort of sheet here. Okay, it's some high level stuff from super guru, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to actually just list each of these to you guys, because this is a variation of different types of closing techniques, but most of them are some form of a question, not all of them. But you can use these as a way to help them to understand what's the alternative, right? And that's a great question. Like, what's the alternative if you don't make this investment? Okay, so okay, I love this one. If all this did was help you to move away from some type of pain, if all this did was significantly reduce your tax liability, would it be worth it? That's a great question, right? If all this did, insert the major pain point that you would have pulled out from your probe. If all this did was the major thing, would it be worth the investment? Probably, right? I love this one. Money's good, but results are better. Money is a tool for exchange. You spend money to get something greater in return. Do you believe what you get is greater than the investment that you would place into our firm? That's a good one. This one's almost dangerously good. I don't even know if I should give this one on Free Tool Friday. Give me some comments if you love the fact that I give you guys ridiculous things like this for free. Shifting disposable income from liabilities to assets. Spend it on something that will bring you long-term fulfillment or long-term wealth or long-term peace of mind or improve your quality of life. Shifting your disposable income from liabilities to assets. Like, wow. Right? It's just like, that's some accounting jargon and speak, but people know liabilities and they certainly know assets. And it's like, I'm trying to help you to shift those both in this call right now. Take a little bit of disposable, but invest it in something that gives you, again, a tangible return. Power, power, power right there. You guys want some more? I don't know. I think I got 4 more pages. So I don't know. It's only 1 page. You want more objection handling? I don't know. You have to comment. Don't comment. Can't help, right? It's just the rules, guys. All right. Money replenishes. Each month, money comes back, but time does not. How much more time are you going to potentially waste on trying to find another solution when you're going to realize that we're the best one available to you? Not only that, there's many ways to do that one, but I love that. Money comes back, time does not. That's a great way to overcome an objection. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I might need to stop and just do a separate one later. I'm going to keep going because you guys rock. All right. So this one is about breaking old habits. All my dream firm leaders, my high level clients, y'all know what I'm talking about. If we leave now, you'll slip back to your old habits. If you want to change, you need repeated exposure to our full suite of services. You want to make a change that leads to better results, right? I do. Is the investment worth? Yeah. Break old habits. No. This one's so good too. This one's so good. God, this friggin' sheet. Okay. Information alone, right? Listen, I have no doubt that someone can maybe do it cheaper. You could do it yourself. You could Google your way and guess your way through it, maybe run the risk of a pretty costly IRS penalty that would just easily cover our investments for a year, if not more, not to mention the savings on the back end. But you really can't rely on information alone. You need expertise. You need wisdom. You need someone who has applied knowledge and experience specifically to you and your situation. Are you going to even be able to find another accounting professional that is specific to your niche? Again, another reason why niche is so powerful. It creates a huge separation, helps to justify additional levels of investment in a way that other people cannot. Money or excuses, right? This one's painful. I like this one a lot. I had to hear this one early in my entrepreneurial career, and it was just like, whap. It's just like, pay attention. Money or excuses, honestly. Like, you're either good at making money or making excuses, but you can't do both. Oh, you gotta have a set on you to really to bring that one out, right? It's like, so which are you? You good at making money or good at making excuses? Because this investment helps you make more money, but excuses, like, I don't know about that one, but that one's like, you're a hardcore accountant, maybe, right? Talk about, you'd be like, damn, you're not the typical accountant. Okay. 2 choices. My choice, and this one's really good. This one's like, if you're struggling against getting compared against cheap, low options, write this one down. My choice, okay, you have 2 choices, right? You got 2 choices. So you could go as cheap as possible and sell as many as possible, quality tanks. You really get nothing out of that. And I didn't make that choice. Or you can be more expensive, more premium, so we could devote more resources to getting you a better return on your investment. So I understand we're not the cheapest, but you also get more because you invest more. Those things are always linked, ladies and gentlemen. There are 2 choices. Okay. You got 2 choices. Settle with what you have now and keep getting what you're getting. Make a small investment, give it a shot. If it works, awesome. If not, then we'll give you your money back. Put the onus right back on them. And here's the thing, guys, and we're getting ready to roll this out because, I believe if I ask you for an investment, if I ask you to trust me as a service provider, I need to be willing to meet and exceed that trust back to you in the form of a written guarantee. So be on the lookout for that coming out real soon. And we already offer that in Igniter. If you haven't invested in an Igniter yet, what are you guys doing? $47? I mean, like, we just revamped the C4 sales script. Everybody who's bought already, you're getting an email within the next probably 3 to 4 days with the like souped up version of it. It's so cool. Just sign up now. Igniter. It's at the top of the page, $47. Like, it's the most no-brainer in the world. Okay. And then let's see, where was I? 2 choices. If not, then get your money back. Again, the reason I brought that up, there's a 7-day money back guarantee on Igniter, but our program above that, something else may be around the corner. Us versus them. The brave buyer versus the scared dabbler. I don't really like that one a whole lot. I'm not even going to go into it. The handhold, right? This one's good because it increases urgency to move forward here. And it's like, look, there's some hesitancy. This might be your first time talking to them on the phone. I get it. If positions were reversed, I'd probably be a little hesitant, but I know the quality of my work. And for the people who are going to prioritize working with us, protecting our time, investing your resources with us, I want to make sure that we can hold you by the hand through the whole process. So we offer, for those who take action right now, instead of a 30-minute, it's actually being a 90-minute strategy session in the beginning, whatever, right? Whatever you guys add there, but just be like, we elevate that. Okay. So another way to come through pricing, get a decision now, add a little bit of spice on it. Oh yeah, this is good. So say goodbye. Okay. After you have these in your hands, after you have these techniques and strategies implemented in your business, after you have us in your corner on a year-round basis, after your books are outsourced to us, after, say goodbye to, and when you have, again, same thing, then you can say goodbye to blank as well. Wouldn't you like to say goodbye to those things for good? Aren't you tired of bouncing between accounting professionals? Don't you want the one that you're going to work with for the rest of your life because of how good they are? Those are all questions, and they're all meant to elicit them to be like, yeah, you know what? That's right. This is the right thing. I'm the right person. This is the right time because of how well you started to get into why I should be buying. This is all of what these are about. Why buy? Ooh. This is your life now. Okay. Just tell them literally what you're struggling with understanding your profitability. You know, you have a huge tax liability coming up, but you don't know what to do about it. You hate your current accountant because they charge you hourly. Yeah. That's your life right now. And this is what it could be. All the benefits. Don't you want to take advantage of those things right now? You have to paint the picture, pain of where they are, pleasure of where they're going to be when they get involved with you. Let's see here. Okay, so this is explain their excuses for not signing up, then diffuse it. Use the 2 to 3 most common excuses, right? So it's like, hey, listen, I understand. And then you're going to go through the 3 most common things. You might have someone else that you need to speak with, but I'm going to go ahead and save you the time because 90+% of all people who go and have those additional conversations, either they go with that person because they're cheaper, but then they come back to us in 6 months, or they realize they don't offer nearly what we offer or at the level we do, and they end up coming back to us. The second thing is, right, so you just like literally prompt the objections ahead of time, and then you just crush them, right? You're just like, boom, this is what's going to happen anyway. So let's just skip that, right? Let's just skip that. Go right to the fun stuff. You working with us and getting the results you deserve. Nah, I'm going to skip that one. I don't like that one either. Okay, that's it. All right, so those are the major ones. I'm going to skip the last ones as well. I don't think they're applicable to you guys. So look, I don't know if y'all love Free Tool Friday, but y'all just got 30 minutes of some high level, something you guys specifically requested that you wanted help with. I hope I helped. I mean, I had to pay a lot of money to get what I just went through with you in terms of all of those different ways that you can approach closing and overcoming objections, and y'all just got it for free. So if y'all love Free Tool Friday, you love being proactive, give me those comments down below. My name is Tyler S. Clark. Tell your grandmom I'm sorry she's not getting her couch fabric back. It belongs to me. Little Euro trash, right? Woo! See ya. Have a great weekend, everyone. Remember, only you can make your dream from a reality, but I'm here to help you every single step of the way. I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for your time.